It was really fascinating to see your talk here at NASA Cross Industry Innovation Summit, and you talked about a lot about the future of Lufthansa plans, and we have our exhibition here on future of airborne transportation for inside the city. So first of all, I'd like to know what is your take as a person who has worked for Lufthansa for long years. What is your take on our exhibition here?
Well, first of all, I think it's a fascinating exhibition, and it was, by the way, a great talk of yours as well. And I think when you see all those really detailed sketches and detailed, working on those topics of intra-city transportation, a lot of bells rang with me, because I felt, that's something that's really urgently needed, and particularly in the mega cities of the world. How do you solve those problems of traffic? And it's intra-city, as you said.
Yes.
So I think that's going to be a hugely important topic to solve.
So which of these designs did you like the best? Do you think we're going to be moving toward autonomous, electrical kind of airborne transportation, or you don't see the electric being successful at least in the next 10 years? What is your take on electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles?
Very good question. I mean, of course, I think you're the guys with the crystal ball, and I'm the one who's just
well, you're in the actual world.
Yeah. Well, I don't know actually, but I think I like very much any kind of mode of transport where you have intermodal possibilities. So not just the flying A to B, but where you actually connect to a point C, and then you can continue. And of course, continue with us with an aircraft, a long-haul aircraft, or with a train, or any other form of transport. Probably one of the key questions also: how do we do the governance of that? What are the traffic rules? What is the insurance rules?
The regulations and everything.
Is it manned or is it not manned? I think important is that you can transport people, and you have a safe and a good way of transportation.
I'm always curious about this question, and a lot of viewers, a lot of people that I work with who are interested about the future, interested to design aircrafts and such. What are the things that you see that are coming that people, for example, in futuristic kind of visions, they don't see it coming? What is the future experience of the flight that you think we public don't know about?
I think what is important is that you appeal to all senses.
Okay.
So that you appeal to your reaction to light, and we have first tests with Jetlight as a first startup company. We're cooperating on chronobiological light, but they're also going further into nutrition. So what you actually taste. Then the question is what smell you have in the aircraft, and so on and so on. So you have to look at what you hear, how do you get into a sleeping mode, how do you manage your organism. I think that is a holistic experience of flying. On top comes the question of what forms of infotainment or entertainment you will get. So combine this, and see what is the optimal experience, the magic moment on the flight.
So you're trying to engineer basically through all the sensory of human, the biological, the lighting, the smell, the food, all of that thing to, for example, make you a little more sleepy or make you a little bit. So you're not going to serve coffee in the middle of, for example.
Well, it's a question we wanted. It's a question of choice.
Okay.
So we have to make a modular system where you can choose the elements. I wouldn't say we are already in the phase of designing it like an holistic experience, but we're starting with elements where we personalize your experience, be it with entertainment. You can already now on the 350 you can download and you create your own program that you want to see in the flights up to 6 weeks before the flight. That's already possible now. Take your own devices. That's already possible now. We have already signature service that you can eat when you would like to eat and not be kettled or you have to eat like everybody. That of course depends also on the mode of the class of transport. But there's first elements there. Is it already a situation where you have connected all the dots? Definitely not, and this will take more time. Yeah.
So I have a question, as maybe some people in the public may see this, maybe some engineers see this, or some designers. So one of the things is that the chair design inside the airplane, right? So there's a lot of frustration especially for people who want to spend less money, so they get economy class, and the chairs are so tight. And as a designer, what I always think is that is there a better design? Is this the optimal design? Is there any way that I can for example stretch my legs without having hoping to have much larger space, at the front. But I want to know how much plane companies spend time on reinventing these kind of problems with the customer.
Well, there's a lot of work going into this, and that's one of the key problems, that you have limited space and you have to distribute the space. And we do a lot of research there. We do also our own engineering there. Of course, we are also closely cooperating with those producers who are the seats in production for air traffic. There's constantly customer advisor panels, so people sitting on our chairs, and we're testing it with our customers. We're bringing every couple of years, of course, we bring new generation of seats. Currently, we're developing our next business class seat. We are developing our next premium economy class seat. And so this is happening in a time span of, I'd say, we need about 4 years. But I think, to give an advice to young designers, what would be good is that you actually link up with some of the seat producers. There are competitions running. There are other, interesting elements. But you can also do it, approaching us. We have our design team will work closely with those producers.
I see.
And we can link you up, and we can see if they are great ideas.
Yes. So if any of these designers, they have a great idea for seat design inside the Lufthansa, they should just send it your way.
Yeah, they can send me an email. I will make sure I'm on the entry gate. Obviously, I have to link with our product guys. But we're open to those suggestions, and we're open to those new ideas. And definitely, that is one of the crucial topics. And I saw in one of your here examples, you had people standing.
Yes.
That was discussed before many times. But of course, you cannot do it on a long haul flight.
Yes.
But what is the options on a long haul flight? And having higher seats or having seats connected in a way that you create a bed. But also, there's a question connected to it: how do I stay healthy when I'm in that seat? And here comes also, what additional tools or gadgets could you design and develop in order, to overcome the limitations that you have definitely ultimately also on a seat in an aircraft, because you will not 100% have that kind of huge seat in an economy class, because there's economics about it as well.
Well, very, very interesting topics. Thank you so much for taking time to do this interview.
Yeah, thanks, Barmak.